Today on Judge Faith. Facebook reunites childhood friends from Arizona, but an outstanding debt breaks them up again.
He sent me a friend's request, and my initial reaction was, oh no, is this Abe, the babe from junior high?
I'm a man of faith, so just a little aggressive, to say the least.
How do you know he wanted to go there just because he sent you a friend request on Facebook?
And later, a major accident has New Jersey sisters arguing over which one must pay for the car to be replaced.
I woke up and nobody was in the house. Even my daughter was gone. She was with my sister and her boyfriend. I did get approval to get the car and to take the baby with me.
So one of you just outright lying about this.
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor, and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real, and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Amy Robertson says she loaned her ex-lover money for his business, and now he's refusing to pay her back. She's suing for a loan and mental anguish. Defendant Albert McHadden says he doesn't owe because he tried to turn the money down, but Amy insisted he take it for his business.
All rise. Court is in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, the litigants have been sworn in. This is the case of Robertson versus McHadden.
Thank you, Juan. Amy Robertson,
Yes, Your Honor.
you were suing the defendant Albert McHadden?
Yes.
For $3,300. You say he owes you. $2,000 of that is for a loan. $500 of that is for money withdrawn from your PayPal account. $800 for mental anguish, and the rest your court costs.
Yes.
Let me hear from you, ma'am. Tell me what's going on here.
How I know Abe is from junior high. We went to junior high school, and I knew of him. He was referred to as Abe the Babe.
Abe the Babe?
Yeah, kind of.
Is that your nickname?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge.
No.
Okay, but that's what people called him?
Yeah, we joked about it. He's very well aware of that.
Okay.
So he was kind of the ladies' man. He dated all my friends, all my acquaintances.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay, you remember that. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So what happened? The two of you got together.
So
How did that happen?
He sent me a friend's request, and my initial reaction was, oh no, is this Abe, the babe from junior high? And so I just thought, oh, gross, I'm not accepting his request.
But you have a different story about...
I do.
So what do you say happened?
She accepted it very quickly. I was in a long-term relationship at the time.
Okay.
And then maybe like a couple weeks later, she started texting me at 2 a.m. when I was with my girlfriend at the time. I had to block her, and
Well, this is just over a friend request
Just a
on
friend
Facebook?
request. Well, because
so you're having this
he
entire
has a
discussion because he
reputation.
sent you a friend request?
Yeah, I really didn't know if I wanted to even go there because of what I knew.
How do you
junior
know
high.
he wanted to go there just because he sent you a friend request
I
on
didn't.
Facebook?
We actually really connected as friends. We connected right away on a friendship level. Like I said,
How long did the two of you talk on social media before you decided to meet in person?
okay, I'd say like 4 months.
4 months,
I wanna
okay.
say.
And what happened when you met in person?
I would not call it a date.
What do you call
I
it?
just got back into town, and she wanted to go out with some friends, so it was a friendly, thing. And
It was a group.
It was a group thing, and I was going to leave by myself, and she was adamant that I take her home, and one thing led to another, and it was aggressive,
Your
to say
Honor.
the least. And then
Your Honor.
Aggressive how? She forced you to take her home?
kind of, it was our first night ever hanging out, so it was just, whoa, I'm a man of faith, so it was just a little aggressive, to say
And
the
what
least.
happened?
I'd rather not
You rather not what?
discuss it.
You man of faith, so nothing happened, right? That's what you're about to tell me?
I slide back every now and then.
Well, listen, you know, let he who has not sinned cast the first stone. I'm not here to judge you about that, but I just want to know what happened. The two of you had an intimate relationship, right?
We were dating casually.
And it started that night, am I right?
No, we connected
Yes or
before.
no?
Like,
Yes or no?
After that, we got, that night,
Yes.
we
Okay.
definitely took it to another level.
I mean, that wasn't the only time that happened, right, sir?
In my life?
No, with her. With her.
Sure.
Okay.
Your Honor, he says he's a man of faith, and he lives by the blueprint, or the Bible is his blueprint. He openly discussed how he slept with over 100 women.
But that was in his past, is what he's telling you, right?
No, in his past, yeah, up until, recently is my understanding.
Was that true?
I didn't have a pedometer. I don't know where that number came from. It's a good round number, I guess. I don't know.
Abe the Babe. That's your name, right?
No, my name's Dave McCadden. You know, one thing is when she brings up values, you know, she stated that she's a devout Christian. And so then when I started to try to discuss my Blueprint Bible, she had never read the Bible before. And so that kind of, again, was some red flags as to, okay, and, you know, that was just, again, another concern of mine, which in my walk, you know, the devil will show up here and there, and
So
it
she's the
happens.
devil. She's the devil.
No, the devil. No, I'm not saying that at all.
I said, I'm a Christian. I believe in Christ. What concerned me was he said he uses the Bible as a blueprint. A red flag to me was he said that basically he dates all submissive women, and that concerned me.
So that concerned you so much so that you end up giving him over $2,000. So it must not have been that much of a red flag, right?
Coming up, the exes take their feud onto social media.
She terrorized me on social media. She extorted me and said, I want my money back.
Now, do you really think I believe that?
You should. It's the truth.
And later, sisters from New Jersey battle over the cost to replace a car after a major accident.
Wait, you don't have a license?
No, I don't have a license.
So why are you driving?
I think everybody drives without a license.
No, actually, they don't.
Plaintiff Amy Robertson says the money wasn't a gift. She's suing for a loan and mental anguish. Defendant Albert McHatton says he doesn't know because Amy insisted he take her money.
Tell me what happened with the money.
I had $2,000 in savings. My kids and I, for 10 months, we were sharing a master bedroom with a family friend due to some different hardships.
How many children do you have, two?
I have two.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, we were close friends. I cared about him as a friend. We dated casually.
So how much money did you loan
So
him?
I loaned him $1,000, and I told him, I said, I'm really not in a position to loan anyone money.
And you loaned him another $1,000 when? How long after that?
That was like, I think, a week or two after. But the first $1,000, let me just clarify, when I loaned it to him, I do always try to help people out, but I told him, the money's sitting there until I get on my feet and can get the kids and I into a house. I said, as long as you can repay me it by the deadline, you know, I'll help you.
No. You have children. You don't have time to help anybody else out.
Well,
You got to help your family.
Right, but in my nature.
So no, if you want to be nice to someone, if they're hard on their luck, cook them dinner. Take them
Right.
to a movie. Help them
Right.
alleviate, get their mind off the stress. What you don't do is go into your account and give somebody the only $2,000 you have that you're saving
Your
for
Honor,
you and your children.
Because he came off, we connected as on a friendship
There
level.
is no amount of connection in the
I
world.
trusted him, and I try to help people.
Then I'm telling you, you need to make a better decisions about who you trust.
Well, obviously, this has been a very hard lesson
So
for
now
me.
I'm talking to you because you say that this money was not a loan at all.
Not at all. She said, infuse it into your business. Do what you do. I trust you. I said, why? What kind of return are you looking for? Why not put in a CD? They can lock it in for you.
And so now you're being sued. So you know at some point she's wanting this money back. When is the first time she came to you and said, you know, I changed my mind, I want my money back?
A week before, she terrorized me on social media.
Okay, what did she say to you that week when she came to you and asked for the money back?
She extorted me and said, I want my money back. If you don't have it by this certain date, which I was up north 4 hours away, I will go on to social media and...
And that just came out of the blue.
I have an audio recording, Your Honor, that I
Of what?
submitted to the case of one of my many attempts to ask him to do the right thing.
Let me hear the recording.
But I have to buy a new tire. I really need my money, man. I went out of my way. Dude, come on, please. Even if you have to do it in payments. I need my money, Abe. Listen.
Hey, shush.
No, hold on a second.
Shush before I hang up. Shush.
Do you want to pay at court?
I have plenty of money. I'm not on drugs.
Lies?
All of the lies and evil, that's going to come back on you like it is now. Because you're an evil, nasty person.
Do the right thing.
Are there any text messages between the two of you discussing
lot,
this?
a
Let me see the
lot.
text messages. Am I going to see on the text message you telling her you're going to pay her back money?
I tried to pay her back several times, and she basically didn't care about the money and
Let me see all your text messages.
just
Show me
wanted
the text
to
messages.
Do you want all of
terrorize
them?
me.
Yes, all of your text messages. I don't see the terrorizing text messages you described.
No, the terrorizing was
The
on
only
social
one
media.
really nasty on that
text
recording
ones.
was kind of you, wasn't it?
Well, I had told her leading up to that.
I mean, this is your
I'm
defense.
not gonna negotiate
This is
with terrorism.
you're saying that you were going to pay money back until she terrorized you. I just asked you for your evidence. You don't have any.
Oh,
so
I do.
you're relying on her to disprove what you're saying? Let me see the
yeah.
text messages. No, that's not how it works. I mean, it's all this talk about this $2,000, and she's begging and pleading for you to pay this money back. You respond, and it's always how, when, where you're going to do this. Okay, so then you write to her. You want to act tough. Well, then I'll make it tough. Humble yourself in the future. You don't see me threatening you, threatening to go onto Facebook. We can both get down like that. I lost my phone, and I'm worried about the pics on there getting into the wrong hands. Those pictures of you and the bulletproof vest thing, that would suck. And she writes back, pics aren't that bad. I'm good with that. No further contact. You owe me $2,000. Your contention is that she forced this money on you, and you tried and tried to pay her back, and she just wouldn't take it.
Correct.
She just wouldn't take it. That's your contention.
Correct.
Now, do you really think I believe that?
You should. It's the truth.
Yeah? No. Tell me about PayPal.
I said, I have a PayPal account. I don't use it. Why don't you, if you want to add your business on? He says he does business transactions. I said, as long as it's all, on the legit. And he said, absolutely. And he had already withdrawn the money from my account. So
What happened? You took money out of her PayPal account?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't believe you. I think that what the whole entire story you said about the $2,000 is an outright lie, and I don't believe anything you said. Listen, I've already told you what I think. You're lucky that you have the text messages, because how are you going to prove your case? You might be so weak that you would give a man $2,000. I don't know.
Really not.
Because, frankly, you don't have $2,000 to loan anyone when you have 2 children and don't have a place to live.
Right.
$2,500, judgment in this case for the plaintiff.
What I learned from the case is to just be more careful who I think I can trust.
If it seems crazy, it is crazy, and just distance myself from that. And you can't fix crazy, and that's what it is.
We're always interested in what you have to say about our cases. Write us with your thoughts or comments. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, or my Instagram. I look forward to hearing from you.
Plaintiff Melanie Robertson says her sister took her car without permission and crashed it. She's suing for the value of a car. Defendant Tony Robertson says she doesn't know because Melanie asked her to take the car and go to the store for them.
Melanie Robertson?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were suing the defendant, Tony Robertson, for $2,400, the value of a car.
Yes.
Are the two of you related?
Yes, that's
How?
my sister.
That's your sister? Mm-hmm. Okay, so tell me what's going on here.
Well, we always been close. We got the same mom and dad. We grew up in the same household.
You grew up in Trenton, New Jersey?
Yes.
Okay.
I just got my income tax money back February 4th, and I bought me a new car so I can travel to and from work.
Okay.
It was a regular Valentine's Day, and I stayed the night at my sister's house.
So you woke up and what happened?
I woke up and nobody was in the house. It was just me in the house. Even my daughter was gone. She was with my sister and her boyfriend.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter is 1.5.
So they didn't tell you that they were taking your child with them?
She said that she told me, but I was asleep, and I don't remember her telling me that she was taking my car or my daughter.
Okay, so what happened? Why did you do that?
I did get approval from her to take the car and the baby. But
Really?
she's saying she don't
So she's lying
remember.
about that?
Obviously, because I did get approval to get the car and to take the baby with me.
Okay, tell me about that conversation.
It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. We had no milk or, breakfast items in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So she asked me to go to the store with her car to get some milk for the baby. And,
So one of you just outright lying about this, because you're saying you had no idea. You woke up, your baby, your car is gone, and you say she approached you and asked you to go to the store and get milk for the baby.
Coming up on Judge Faith, the sisters disagree about the details of the accident.
She actually just ran into the parked car and spun out of control.
When they inspected the car, they said the brakes was going on the car. So that's what caused the accident.
Plaintiff Melanie Robertson says Tony took the car without permission. She's suing for the value of a car. Defendant Tony Robertson says she doesn't know because Melanie asked her to take the car to the store.
So you drive the car. You say she gave you, she asked you to.
The police and stuff came. I actually got 2 tickets. The brakes was going on the car anyway.
You had an accident in the car?
Yes, the brakes was going.
What happened?
The brakes was slipping. So when they inspected the car, they said the brakes was going on the car. So that's what caused the accident.
What kind of accident did you have in the car? What happened?
That is not true.
What happened?
I couldn't press the brake.
And you hit what?
So I hit the back of a car.
Let me see the damages to her car. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's a serious accident.
My car is total. It's $3,000 worth of damages.
Did you have insurance?
Yes, I do. I have insurance and I have my temporary tag.
Would you have full insurance or liability?
I had liability insurance.
That's a serious accident. You just didn't bump the back of someone else's car.
That was a serious
Was there a police report?
Yes, there is an
May I see it?
accident report.
Were you injured? Was her child injured? Was anyone injured?
Nobody was injured, no.
She actually did tell the cops that my brakes went, but I just bought that car February 4th. The brakes are not going to go in 10 days. Nobody's car breaks in 10 days.
Well, maybe the brakes wasn't right
okay,
when
so
you bought the car.
2002 Honda Elantra with 100,000 miles on it.
Yes.
You never know when it's going to give if it's not being serviced properly, and I don't know that it is, and you don't know because you just bought a used car. Trust me, I've had a lot of used car cases where people buy cars and they last for 2 days.
Yeah, but
because they haven't had them checked out properly.
The way the accident happened, it was clearly not the brakes. She actually just ran into the parked car and spun out of control. My brakes were fine. I drove my car that night.
No, I don't have a license.
So why are you driving?
I actually got a ticket for unlicensed driver.
But why are you driving? I don't care about you getting the ticket. Why were you driving?
I think everybody drives without a license.
No, actually, they don't.
Well, if not and get caught, but yes, they do.
Okay, I'm not asking you about everyone else. I'm asking about you.
All right.
I don't care what everyone else does.
All right.
Why were you driving if you don't have a license?
I chose to drive.
Bad choice.
Okay.
Bad decision. Do you have a record?
No, Your Honor.
There are 2 issues here. There's the issue of liability and damages. The bottom line is you were driving unlawfully. You had an accident in the car and caused damages to her car. You say it was because the brakes weren't working, and I'm not sure that that's actually the case.
That's not the case, Your Honor.
You hit a parked car. Mm-hmm. The car you hit was parked.
I hit a parked car.
You let that detail out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you know how to drive?
Yes, I do know how to drive.
Somewhat. She doesn't really know how to drive.
Why don't you have your license? I don't understand. You're 23 years old. Why haven't you?
Because I didn't choose to get them.
You didn't, but you want to drive?
No, it's my decision.
But your decision is an unlawful one. Do you want to go to jail?
Well,
that's the decision that you're making.
I've been behind the wheel of a car since then. So
keep driving and see what happens with that decision that you're making.
Coming up, Judge Faith rules. And now, Judge Faith rules.
Based on the evidence presented to me in court today, I find you to be responsible for the accident. You should not have been driving. I find it hard to believe that your sister would wake you up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go get milk and ask you to take her 1-year-old daughter with her. But nevertheless, although I think those circumstances are suspicious, I found that you're responsible for the accident. Blue value of the car, $1,380. That's my judgment. Verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck.
Okay.
By the way, one more thing. Now, the 2 of you, I have car accident cases all the time. Most of them don't involve relatives. They involve strangers. Okay. But now you're sisters and you sued each other in court. So what are you going to do now when you go home?
I mean, she's still my sister at the end of the day. I'm going to always love her, but I'm just not going to let her hold my car anymore. When I do get my new car, she's not going to be able to hold it, and I won't leave my keys around her unattended.
What do you have to say? Don't you owe your sister an apology?
I apologize for crashing your car.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Good luck, ladies.
Thank you. I still love her, but, she ain't getting my keys no more.
I don't know about getting my license. I haven't got them yet, so it's my decision,
If you or someone you know has a dispute, don't take the law into your own hands. Let Judge Faith rule on it for you. To submit your case, go to judgefaith.com and tell us your story. See you in court.